Thousands of people wave Tibetan flags and shout anti-China slogans. Protests during the Olympic torch relay as the flame makes its way around the world for the Summer Games in Beijing. One man tried to snatch the torch out of a runner's hands in London. In Paris, the torch was snuffed out several times. Yet this is what China's TV and newspapers showed of the relay: tourists at famous landmarks and anger at the protesters for undermining what was supposed to be a momentous occasion for Beijing. This paper says France didn't do enough to protect the flame. No questions, though, on why protesters are acting out so aggressively. No criticism of China's human rights record.
James Munro
reports. The Chinese government is carefully managing the media coverage here, blacking out broadcasts on Western channels like the BBC and CNN. Authorities here say the games are for sport, not politics.
The Olympic flame belongs to the people of the whole world, and it is not in favor of the public for a few people who are trying to challenge the Olympic spirit. Those acts will surely arouse the resentment of the peace-loving people and are bound to fail.
The government considers the Olympics China's coming-of-age party. After centuries in the shadow of other nations, Beijing wants people to view China as a country on the march towards economic greatness, with little or no internal dissent to its plans. But these protests are now making Olympic organizers nervous. The head of the International Olympics Committee, Jacques Roguet, in Beijing for a meeting this week, expressed his concern about the situation in Tibet, calling for a peaceful solution. Even so, calls for China to address its human rights record are growing louder, and more protests are expected as the torch winds its way through Western countries on the road to Beijing. Eunice Yoon, CNN, Beijing.